I'm the oldest daughter of Neal and Emma Fulton. And I was born in Mount Airy, North Carolina on January 16, 1909. And I want to show you some of my ancestors' pictures. This is my father's picture.
Okay, tell us a little bit about your father, Grant.
He was born in Patrick County, Virginia, and his father and mother was George Max Sawyer and Mary Sawyer.
Well, I mean, you ought to tell him that Papa was like a farmer. He raised tobacco and stuff like that.
He was a farmer, and he raised tobacco.
Children.
He's a father of 14 children. That's my mother, stepmother, and my father. That's Cora Sawyer and Neal Sawyer. They had 10 children. They're my half-sister brothers. On my left is Aljean. Next to Aljean is Vera. Next to Vera is Alma. Next to Alma is Minnie. And next to Minnie is Dorothy. And next to, in front of Dorothy is George Sawyer. Next to George is Mary Sawyer. And the twins, Adron and Adron Sawyers. This is my brother, Levi Lincoln Sawyer. And he was he got killed in Korea, I think in 1952, I think it was. My name is Dorothy Sawyer, and this is my mother, Cora Taylor Sawyer, and her mother, Elizabeth Tempy France Taylor. And Elizabeth Tempy France Taylor, my grandmother, was married to Abraham Taylor. That's right. And that's it. Now you get the little picture there, you get the Hester man. My grandmother, Elizabeth Tempy Taylor, and her husband, Abraham Taylor, my grandfather, had a boarding house in West. He worked in the mines, my grandfather did. And my grandmother, they had a boarding house, and they had about 10 boarders, men, that stayed with them, you know. And my grandmother, too, took viticulture from with that Poro. She was a beautician in that age you had. And my mother didn't go to any school, really, but she was a seamstress. She could really make her own patterns. She could cut her own pattern from newspapers. She'd go downtown and she'd look at a dress, anything, and she could come home and make that dress, you know. And she did a lot of work like that, you know, canning and on the farm.
Mm-hmm. And they were in, you say, Stokesbury, Virginia?
Stokesbury, West Virginia.
West Virginia?
That's where my grandmother and grandfather lived.
And there was some mines near there?
It was a mining company, mining town.
Stokesbury was a mine town?
Yeah,
company town?
What did they mine?
Coal, honey.
Coal, everything down there was coal.
Coal out there. And my mother was one of 14 children. She was the second oldest.
Okay.
So she kind of took care of her younger brother. My grandmother and grandfather was in West Virginia. She stayed with them in North Carolina and took care of 4 of the younger brothers and sisters.
I didn't know that.
Took care of Uncle Wayman, Uncle Sherman, Uncle Wayman, and Uncle Layman named Bertha. And Lee Bird has a Vera. She took, and my grandmother.
Vera? I didn't know.
And my grandmother took the baby out of Maryland with her to West Virginia. And my mother took care of the rest of them. And they went to school, sent them to school. But she didn't get into school and not really in formal school herself. I'm Dorothy Sawyer, and this is the family of my mother's brother's family and my cousins, my first cousins. And starting from the right, this is my cousin, Gray Taylor, and his sister, Lucy Nora, and his brother, Henry Cameron, and his sister, Eunice, and his mother, Hester Taylor, and their daughter, Angelice, and their brother, Wilma, and that's their aunt in the back. That's their mother's sister, Nora Taylor, and that's their sister, Dora May Taylor, and their brother, Otis Taylor.
Now, Mom was saying that somebody died.
The father.
The father
he's
and
he's not on there.
Nora
died.
Nora.
She's passed too. She's passed since that time.
3, 4, 5. We're coming on down, Barbara. Looking good.
This is my spouse here.
Looking good. All right.
And I'm her spouse, Milton.
You know, last time I saw you,
All right, Mr.
And
Mo.
my mother is a Sawyer.
you still on that
Yes.
And her mama's name was Emma.
Yes.
And Papa was the grand. Oh, Papa was my mother's name is Mary. Mary Sawyer.
Because you
And
moved
Papa's
over
name was Neal Sawyer. And my father's name is Milton Haynes. And my
different time.
grandmother, my other grandmother's name was Mama Rena.
That sounds good, Milton, because your mother introduced to it. Tell us a little bit more about Mrs. Emma, Milton.
Emma was a Fulton. And
She was your
my grandmother on my maternal, my mother's mother.
Did you get a chance to see her, Mr.?
No, she died when my mother was young, and my mother was the oldest girl of
She moved up the same block on
a
that.
bunch of children. It was Uncle George. Wait a minute, who was Uncle George? No, but to start out with, when Emma, my mother's mother died, it was Uncle George, my mother. Ain't Alma, I guess, ain't Minnie, and that was it. And George, right. So it was just 4 of us. And so then my mother kind of helped out, helped Papa with the children until he married Aunt Cora. And Aunt Cora was a tailor, is that right?
Amen.
And then Papa had some more children, and those are all my other uncles and aunts.
All right.
And that was LG and Dorothy and Vera and Lincoln and Adron and Aaron. I said LG. Oh, that's right. But when he first started out, he didn't have the name of Linda, though. He just had the name of LG. But when he got, now this is a total story I heard, and when he got into the Army, they said you cannot have a name called LG. You got to have a name to go with those letters. So they gave him the name of Linda Gray. Or he picked the name of Linda Gray when he got into the Army. And that's what happened there.
The Army gives you more than a march then, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr.
Yeah, and that's enough for me. Thank you.
Mr. Haynes.
I am Mary Sawyer Haynes, and this is the Taylor's charge. There are 150 names on this chart. And this is my stepmother, Cora Bell Taylor Sawyer, who married my father, Neal Sawyer. Cora Bell Sawyer's father and mother was Abraham Lincoln Taylor and Elizabeth Tempy Taylor. Abraham's mother and father was Stuart Anderson Taylor and Sidney Jane Petrie.
Hi, this is Milton Lewis Haynes, and I'm going to show you the family tree on Ancestry.com. And for this session, I'm going to show you Cora Bell Taylor. So Cora Bell Taylor is the second wife of Neal Sawyer, my great-grandfather. And this is her tree, her ancestry tree on Ancestry.com. I'm going to expand this to include her siblings, so you can see all the siblings for Cora Bell Taylor that we have out on the family tree. And this is the ancestry. And now I'm going to show you what the ancestry chart looks like if we print it and provide a PDF of this file. Now I'm going to go to Cora Bell Taylor and look at her profile. On her profile, there are several tabs. The Life Story tab is here. And I'm going to scroll down so you can see the type of information that is available if you go out to Ancestry.com. And also, this same life story information we're making available offline in printed copy. This is what the printed copy will look like in a PDF. There's also another tab called Facts. Facts also shows the spouse and children, and we can expand this to include siblings. So there's a lot of information out here, and this is also available offline, and it looks like this in a printed copy. So we did the life story and facts, and now we're going to show you the family group sheet that's available for any family group, your family group or this family group, which is Neal Sawyer and Cora Elizabeth Taylor. This is the family group, all the children that they had together. And this is an example of what it looks like in a PDF if we print it out. So let me show you a quick summary of the files that are available offline. And in addition to what we have available online, if you set up an account on Ancestor.com, this is the pedigree chart, okay, the life story. This is the facts that we have available, all the facts about Cora Taylor, including sources like census reports where we found her in the census reports. And you can see other marriage records that we have available on Ancestor.com. And here's the family group sheet. Okay, so you can access this information either by going out to Ancestry.com and seeing it in real time along with the rest of the charts. You can navigate our family tree and see all of our family members, or you can request excerpts or extracts from Milton Haynes. That's me, Milton Lewis Haynes. You can request excerpts and we'll send them to you in a PDF version. Okay, that's it for now. That's the family tree for Cora Taylor, and have a good day.